What was your kindest white lie you've told? I was in a supermarket queue when I noticed a lady about 5 or 6 people in front of me. As her groceries were being scanned for some reason I just had a kind of feeling that she was nervous and I couldn't help but pay attention and her body language seemed to suggest the same thing. She had quite a large amount of groceries on the conveyor belt and the more items that were being scanned the more nervous the lady was becoming. I'm not psychic or anything, but I do seem to have a knack for picking up on certain things, and as she took out her credit card to pay her hands were trembling a little, so I took a guess that she was afraid her card would be rejected, and as it happened I also noticed her card was a TSB, as I also bank with TSB. Anyway, as she tried to pay it turned out my hunch was right and her card was declined. I'm not one for telling lies, firstly because I don't believe in it, but even if I did, I still wouldn't because I am absolutely rubbish at it. However, on this occasion I felt like it was the right thing to do, and not to blow my own trumpet, but it was probably the best on the spot load of bullcrap I have ever came up with. This is the bollocks that came out of my mouth. Excuse me, I said, I don't suppose it's TSB you bank with, is it? Yes, the lady replied, so I said, you were wasting your time trying to use your card because the whole system is down. I've been on the phone with them for the past 2 hours and whatever the problem is they are still working on it. You can't even withdraw from a cash machine, nobody can use their credit cards, there's absolute hell on. The funny thing was that the only person who seemed to know I was talking complete bullcrap was the lady whose card was rejected because the moment I said it half of the people in the queue started stepping out of line complaining and moaning saying things like, this is an absolute disgrace, I'm changing my bank. Anyway, the lady looked somewhat relieved and said to the cashier, I'm so sorry but I don't have any cash on me, I will just have to put everything back. The queue was pretty much empty now so I quickly stepped in and said to the cashier, look, don't worry, I will pay for it, just bag it up for the lady. No, the lady said, I can't let you do that, which I replied, with all due respect miss, you can't stop me, and before she could say another word, I leaned over and scanned my card, and that was that. Now this is what I meant when I said I was rubbish at telling lies, like the idiot I am. I forgot about the fact that my whole made-up fairy tale was based on the story of the whole TSB system being down. And yes, you've probably guessed it, I paid with my TSB card. Bollocks. Luckily, the cashier didn't notice, and I don't think that anyone else in the queue did, but I only had a few things of my own to pay for and I wasn't going to hang about to be mobbed by a gang of angry shoppers, so in a panic I tried to hide my mistake and paid for my goods with cash. Keep the change, thank you, and I was off. On the way out of the store I had to stop at the cigarette counter for a minute or two and as I left the store the lady whose groceries I paid for was standing outside the doors. I think she was waiting for me but as I passed her I just winked and smiled and never gave her the chance to say anything, but the look she gave me said it all, and the most beautiful smile. Even though she knew that I was completely full of it.